Hi, I'm Lauren Malhoit here for vBrownbag, Roving reporter at Cisco Live in San Diego, 2015. And I'm here with Amanda. Amanda, give us a little introduction of yourself.
Hi, my name is Amanda Whaley. I work for Cisco DevNet, and I'm one of our community managers. I'm a coder, I'm a developer. I teach coding sessions, and I also work on our overall developer experience.
That's awesome. So you just gave a session. I saw a little bit of it. What was your session about?
So that session is a really fun one that we do. It's called Coding 101, and it's for our network engineers who are kind of crossing the chasm into starting to do automation, network programmability. And so it's a session they can come to and say, I don't know anything about REST APIs or Python. We start from the beginning, show them how to use Postman to make calls to a REST API, and then how to call those same API calls from Python. And we do it all using Cisco networking APIs. So it's in a context that makes sense instead of some other, API that's not really related to their work. So they get to learn those programming concepts while doing things like creating a policy and things like that. And it's really fun because they ask lots of questions and we get lots of interaction, and it's one of my favorite things to do.
So what would you say is the biggest question, the question you get asked the most, especially from the people that are network engineers trying to, dive into that more programmability, development?
I think it's funny. The response I get the most is actually they thought it was going to be a lot more complicated and much harder than it is. And then when they actually make their first REST API call and see that it's just a request and a response, they have this look of, oh my gosh, I can do that. And then their question is that kind of all? And I'm like, well, that's the basic, and now we can just add from there. So
that's awesome. So I guess, question I hear a lot is, okay, I get it, but why do I need to do this?
Right. So we've been talking to them about the why, which is important. And we have a couple great talks in DevNet around that. There's one called CCIE or Python that a friend of mine named Nick does. And, it starts to introduce the ideas of automation is important. DevOps is driving automation, and the network needs to be part of that. So we like to think about all of our DevOps ideas that we use for infrastructure starting to extend to the network and how powerful that's going to be when that starts to happen. And the network engineers are the people that need to learn that to make that transformation happen. So
awesome. So just to wrap it all up, what are some quick tips, maybe websites or learning tools or anything like that you would recommend?
Yeah, sure. So all the information that we're working on in DevNet is all on developer.cisco.com. So that's the place to go. And part of that are our learning labs, which are learninglabs.cisco.com. They have step-by-step tutorials. They have all of our code is on GitHub, so you can get the sample code and try it out. It's backed up by our sandbox, so you can run the code without having to install or configure anything or buy a router. So you've got a place to get that first experience, get your first woot of I got it to work really easily. So
that's terrific. I didn't even know about Learning Labs. So I heard you talking about it earlier. I only knew about dCloud, so I'm excited to check it out too. Yeah, all right. Well, any final thoughts, Cisco Live?
No, just come to the DevNet zone, and also come interact with DevNet after Cisco Live at developer.cisco.com. And we love feedback. We love to talk to everyone and find out, what they need. And we're just trying to figure out how we can help.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Amanda.
Great, thanks.